For Coach Tim Cohn back then, did you have an inkling that in time he will be the greatest coach ever in the PBA?
No, but I didn't think that he was gonna win a lot of championships, but I knew that he was going to be good. You know why? Because when we practiced, he came prepared, and then his attention to detail was the best amongst the coaches that I was with. Tim was the one who actually cared about the players' play. Even if you're the 12th man in the team or the 15th man, he would stop practice and teach you, okay, this one, do this, do this. So it's not only that he took care of the stars, but he took care of the rest of the players.
Were you always, the kind of player who paid a lot of attention to the details of the game?
I would describe myself as an instinctive player. I don't really study the players that I play against or play with, my teammates ko. I usually play with instincts, but I had to adapt to the game that we were playing. In the beginning, I was athletic, I was quick. I can get by people even if I don't have a jump shot yet, a solid jump shot. So when I began to slow down a little bit, so I had to develop a counter moves and pull-ups and maybe stretch a little bit. I'm not really known as a three-point shooter, but I could shoot threes, especially if it's crucial, but I don't look for my threes. I wish that I looked more for my threes, but it wasn't my kind of game. My game is go to the basket, get closer to the basket, get fouled, get 2 points, whichever way you can get the 2 points. So when I became older, so I had to think more before I do my moves. Then I would do a lot of counter moves. So in that sense, siguro you can call me already a cerebral player.
After your Rookie of the Year win, the accolades, at least individually, were not as many as the championship that you won. You won 10 championships in your career, including a Grand Slam. But do you think that you deserved at least a PBA Most Valuable Player award?
I had a shot of winning one, and I think the best year now I would have won that MVP was in '91. I think that was my best year because I was the main player in Alaska, and what I can remember is that I led the league in stats, and if you only base it in stats, I would have won the MVP. I came in second with Alvin. But the thing is, with us, there's voting. So I lost in the voting, so that was that.
You just accepted it and moved on?
Yeah, moved on. So it wasn't really the most important thing for me. Winning was the most important thing. Team success is more important than individual success because I've tasted individual success. But at the end of the day, did you win a championship? Because when you play a game, the only thing you need to do is, your goal is to win a game and win a championship. And you have to do that with the teammates around you.
When the name Jojo Lastimosa is mentioned, the first idea that comes to mind is, of course, Alaska's Grand Slam. It was a string of 4 straight championships. At that time, was it difficult? Do you think it was more difficult to win a Grand Slam back then?
It's also difficult now. There's a lot of teams that are really strong and that can win any game. And you can see the standings now. Every conference, there's a team that performs well. Really stock up your team with good players.
Yeah.
It's all the more difficult to have a really consistent year where you can win every conference.